Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Bantamweight Division, powered by Wilson Chiropractic. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 136 pounds. He trains at the Scrap Shack. Joining us from Sterling, Illinois, Carlos Gutierrez. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains at the Peoria Athletic Club and is sponsored by On The Go Auto Body and Logan Family Graphics. Joining us from Champaign, Illinois, Chad Hinton.
They both are ready to go. Done.
And both fighters certainly have their fan base here tonight. Two young up-and-comers. Like I said, this could be the dark horse fight of the night. Keep your eyes peeled. Meet him up in the cage. Ooh, Gutierrez going in there with a little flamboyance out of the gates. Front kick, moving with those hands. Oh, big right connects!
Turns him into
That's what you have to watch. Oh, he goes for that neck almost immediately.
Got the neck, but at the same time, don't overdo it. Got himself in a little bit of trouble, but he rolled through. Good scramble.
And here we go. Now the fight really begins. Let's take those deep breaths. Maybe the fancy pants is out for a moment. Carlos Gutierrez on top. He's still moving very, very quickly, even in this position. And yes, these are 135ers. We expect a little bit of speed. But like boy, that power.
Yeah, Chad, he's got the feet on the hips, which again makes it really hard for Carlos to be able to move around and really do anything. Getting that now, he's going to get the feet up across to the guard. Now you got to try to fight the hands, but there for a moment. On the hips, trying to push away.
And he's got that right hand trapped from the bottom as well.
And that's going to be the one issue, right? Always when you touch the canvas, you got to make them pay. Hold on to that arm, and this is one thing that'll get you stuck there, and then start picking on it. But try to get that arm back, start making movement. Hinton opened up the legs, thought about an arm bar moment.
And in that, Gutierrez got off a good left hand, did connect, didn't seem to affect his opponent. What does Hinton have to do to get out from under the bottom right now?
You know, that's he's doing right here with the plot on that arm. Create that movement right here. Create that scramble. Come up, 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 up. And then don't stop right here. Keep the scramble going. He's got that plot again. And that was that one thing with that arm. But good job, Carlos, getting out of it. Hits him with two left hands. Dropped a knee on his face on accident. But diving into those legs is the one thing. Hinton's doing a good job of scrambling underneath right here. You don't want it. My job if I'm Carlos, boom. Get heavy and slow it down right there. We had a good scramble for a moment, and that's the one thing if you're Chad Hinton, you want to create space. Create space and get away.
And right now, Gutierrez is certainly making the case for the round despite eating that big shot from Hinton that really started this ground match.
And that's that one thing, that right arm, see, is always getting stuck on. There he goes. Throw the arm legs by. Trying to get
left hand from Hinton kind of gets through right there. Or not to Hinton, I'm sorry. From
Carlos. Oh, that's it.
Carlos Gutierrez, big right.
Big right hand, and that's it. Control those feet, swing it off, and let that hand ride. There, good left hand, good right hand. Some big shots again by Carlos. Nice ground.
You better watch that face, though. One big up kick, and it changes everything. Oh, another big right hand. He's hurt left
big
hand.
Left hand this time.
Now he's having fun in there. He's back to dancing.
You know, and that's the one thing that Hinton's got to be careful of, those legs getting swung by side to side. And stop going after those legs as much as you can. Good job of stacking them up, Carlos. Passing off the side control. Good. Very good round.
It will start on their feet in the second round, but Carlos Gutierrez certainly makes the dominant case for that round.
This will be a lot of fun to see what it is that Chad can do differently. He landed that big shot, but then got dominated. We got to get back to our feet. We got to be able to pass that guard. We got to be able to get back up, scramble. I mean, we got to be able to get a sweep or something. Carlos did a great job right here, but this big right hand, boom.
That's the one that changed things.
Yep.
But at the same time, he was not able to stop that takedown, and Gutierrez was able to reverse positions right there.
That's it. When we sit back for those guillotines, it's just such a no. But we can't help it, right? He hit him with a good hand. He thought he had it, and that's what cost him. He was never able to get back up again. He got rolled through. And at this point, it was just, I mean, he had a good job here. He went for the plot at one point, thought about the armbar, opened up the guard a little bit, And this again, when Carlos popped up, see, keeping that right arm on the canvas, he was able to hug it and hold on to it. But then from here, this is where Carlos just took over.
Those were
passed
the
that
big
leg
shots.
by, big right hand. He hit him with some big shots.
I will say this, Hinton looks pretty recovered.
And this is what I love right here. Look at Carlos up there bouncing around on his feet, conditioning. He looks in shape. This is what I was saying about both of them. You get into a scrap like this, conditioning is going to be everything.
Gutierrez looks like he has a vicious reach. Those arms look extremely long for his build.
Oh, and that's it again. Look at the way that Chad's walking down. There's that right hand again. Remember,
Gotta watch that. He's got those hands so low.
Both the guy, he lets him sit back. Now we're going to see Chad on top and see what he can do differently.
And he gets him over in the corner to try to crowd him.
Carlos does a good job locking up the guard, locking up the hand. See if we can go. We looking for a stand-up, or we got to start trying to pummel inside, create some space. Figure for that body tells you, I'm not going nowhere.
I think that Hinton's got to find some type of separation so that he can land some big shots from the top. Doesn't appear to be fishing for any type of submissions here.
No, and that's it. Tighten up those hands, grab hands on the biceps so you have a little more control of them and start landing body shots, body, head. Again, Carlos doing a good job getting the forearms in. Now he opens up the knee. So you get that forearm in there to push that arm back, throw the legs up.
And he's setting up the push off with the left leg, but now into a body triangle.
Yeah, Hinton's doing a good job of keeping him pressed up against that fence.
A little over a minute down in the first round.
There we go. Like I said, he's got to start. That's the one thing. Oh, see, he's going to throw that leg up like that. Carlos still looking and working from the ground. Chad's got to do something. He gets the takedown, but he hasn't really done much from here. Again, body, head. Start looking to score some points. Hop into that half guard. Keep that position. Nice job.
I will say this from the bottom, Gutierrez, although he's somewhat active, doesn't seem to have a lot of offense. You know, that triangle was obviously right there. Didn't try to take that and then didn't get back up. And right now,
he's going to slide into a mount. Oh,
yep,
good
gets
job.
Right into full mount right now. This is extremely dangerous. Crowding his space. Here's where he needs the offense. I mean, I'd say it's a pretty big lock that he has this round, making it 1-1. But finish this fight. Get on top. Drop the big shots. Don't leave it into the judge's hands.
Well, that's it right now. He's got to try to. He's up a little too high. He's up high on the hips, trying to pressure down, pressure that chest to the floor, looking to try to pressure on the head, squeezing on the head. And that's one thing right here. He's keeping Carlos just pressured. He's not throwing any punches. Carlos is trying to throw by. You got the mount position, but you're just holding on to the position.
If you're in Hinton's corner right now, what are you screaming at him in this last 20 seconds? He's looking for the head and
arm.
arm.
That arm triangle if he can, but that's one thing. Carlos doing a good job. A little too sweaty for that. Sit up and start trying to throw some shots. Got to score from here. So yeah, we got short time. The clacker goes off, and that's the one thing. Even though he got the mount position, not much done with it. He just was able to hold Carlos there.
I think still enough, obviously, to win that round, putting it at 1-1. It's going to be who's hungrier right now. And here's the deal. You know, right now, Gutierrez huffing and puffing a little bit more in the corner. Certainly not having that dance face that he had in the first round. But at the same time, effective offense has something that has eluded Chad Hinton even when he's in the most aggressive of offensive positions.
And that's what it was for Carlos, just a slip, kind of just a slip and fall. Went backwards and Chad capitalized, jumped on top. And that's it. So right now, whoever's on their back don't really tend to get off of it. So that's the one thing they can change that up, you know. And then, like I said, he locks up. Carlos locks up the triangle from the bottom. You got to try to go for more submission attempts. Try to do something. I think one round apiece.
I'm thinking 1 round apiece, but Gutierrez off the stool, dancing around. You know, obviously frustrated with his performance in the second round, dropping self-inflicted F-bombs.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit, but again, you spent that whole time in the mount. You know that doesn't look good in the eyes of the judges.
Absolutely. And look, his corner told him, you know, you want the fight, you got to win this round.
Yep, and that's what they should watch that slip. There we go, good combination.
Big right.
Chad, nice.
And here's the problem, you know, I'm not trying to knock Chad Hinton striking, but if you're going to go against some of the more high-level strikers, keeping your hands down like that is extremely dangerous. Chad Hinton has landed several times. Gutierrez, to his credit, has not been completely and totally rocked, but people are connected. I think if you're going to do that dancing with the hands down and the chin out like that, you better be at a distance that you're comfortable not getting hit.
Yeah, we're going to go for the armbar. He's going to be able to get out of it. Nope, but he does a good job of hopping over.
Great job of spinning on that.
Nice job of spinning out of there. He couldn't get it out, pulled the arm out. He was able to spin through. But, yeah, that's the one thing, right, with him is Carlos, he's got that. He keeps his hands down a little bit, but I really do like Chad Hinton striking. I like how he throws those hooks, and he's got some good power punches when he's in there. And then right now, again, he's trying to, you got to work. You're on the bottom. And how are you going to win this round? Kick away, try to get back up to your feet. There we go. We got an up kick, each right hand. If you get busy with these submission attempts, Carlos seems pretty adamant about staying inside this guard again and pressing forward. I don't know if you want to finish on your back in the eyes of the judge. Again, feet on the hips, start creating and making space, spinning around for the armbar, works. Transition from here, gives up side control. Half guard, sorry. There you go, keep moving.
Almost had the neck for a moment.
There we did. Then Carlos able to maintain and stay on top, throws two good left hands right there.
And by the way, I feel like Hinton right now is in trouble if he does not get out from the bottom.
Yeah, even though he's trying, he has tried for a couple of submissions. He tried for the straight arm right there, put pressure on the elbow, but I think, like I said, I would like you to finish on your feet or on top. And with these judges, you never know. They always think it's the end-all, be-all, just being on top in the guard, even though nothing happens. Trying to throw the legs by. Carlos is trying to get past these legs. Chad's doing a good job of maintaining his guard.
But Gutierrez staying aggressive, trying to land those wild right hands, right?
Yep, Chad once again with that armbar. There he goes. He got it. He spins over. Are we too sweaty? He's able to hold on to it, but the way that Carlos is fighting it, we're in an awkward situation. Are the referee seeing it?
Gets it out.
Utilize it, gets it out, and ends up going back on his back. So now
good right hand.
Are the referees, are the judges seeing these attempts or the defense by Carlos and the strikes from that guard position?
I think that he's just landed too many strikes from the top where, unfortunately, those submission attempts from the bottom and Hinton have not been enough.
With these right here, get short time, get the crowd to pay attention. He's doing this, and this is how you steal the round right here. If you're Chad, you just do not want to be on your back. Carlos tried to posture up, land some big shots.
Looking to get one or two more off toward the end of the round.
There it is.
Which he does.
Either way, wow. Like you said, this is a great fight right here.
Very competitive
fight.
Very competitive. I got to tell you, I think it's 2-1 Gutierrez. I think maybe even one of the judges is going to end up possibly giving him that second round, despite the fact there was no offense. But at the same time, great fight.
Both of you.
Again, these are young guys coming up, putting it all out there, folks.
What's that? I got it. We'll see.
All right, there we go. Again, young fighters love to come over to Jens Pulver. Pat Militich when he's here, your coach. We got John Fitch next to us. This is a big moment for them. They're in front of over 1,000 people, some of which they know, some of which they don't. Those lights are on them for the very, very first time. And they're going up against the guy dancing in their face.
Yeah, no, but I get it. That's the thing. He did try a lot on the bottom. Again, I think what it'll really boil down to is what did the judges see as far as with those submission attempts? That big shot he had in the first round, does it count?
That's a good question.
What kind of score do they have? Is that a 10-8er from there? Who knows? And if they're a boxer, if they're a boxing judge, they're automatic. 10-8, you get him, so. But then he shot him with the takedown. So who knows what they're looking for, what they're after. But odds are inside the guard, trying to be busier with the hands, definitely the salesmanship of it.
Absolutely. And we're just waiting for Jason
Either way,
Vargas.
It was an impressive fight. Look at that. That means we're taking time to look at these judges' tally. We're trying to look at that. But either way, good fight. Nobody needs to be really too discouraged. That was a great fight.
And, by the way, we haven't had anything controversial or a split decision tonight, so let's not get too wacky. Here comes Jason Vargas to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to our judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28 Hinton, 29-28 Gutierrez, and 29-28 declaring your winner by split decision, Chad Hinton.
Oh, and the crowd, I got to tell you, I am surprised. It is that split decision, and it ends up going to Hinton. I'd like to see that one get run back. Maybe we do that in 6 months, caged aggression in March. Both guys giving each other hugs. Much love, much respect. But there it was. You were right. You know, what did the judges see? There's the split.
Yeah, and that was one thing. The salesmanship, the punch that he was throwing. Either way, like I said, take nothing away. And that's the sad part about the judging. Like, they're going to be pissed, and I get it, and deservedly so. But there was a lot of submission attempts made from the bottom in that third round. Did that work? But he landed some big power shots, tried to put the fight away as well. It was a great fight. That was a good fight. It's almost one of those ones, again, you just wish, all right, let's go a fourth round. Let's have some kind of decider. But that's how
all
it
right,
works.
folks, we're here with your winner, Chad Hinton, after a tough split decision victory. Chad, congratulations on the big win, man. You earned every bit of that. Tell us how it feels, sir.
It feels great. I feel like at this point, I can't be denied. I'm the best bantamweight in cage aggression, straight up. I need that title shot. Mike, where's it at? You gave me a tough opponent, and Carlos Gutierrez much tougher than I thought. I spent the last three fights focusing on my striking. Come right back into MMA. I'm right up against a grappler, straight up grappling fight. Barely have to use my stand up, what I've been working on, and that shows the team that's behind me and what I'm capable of. Peoria Athletic Club, that's all I got to say. Thank you to them, all those that support me, and I just can't say it enough. I love everybody that's behind me. I wouldn't be here without them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the complete package right there. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, Chad Hinton.